Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mount Carmel High School for today's IHSA Class 4A sectional semifinal between the Vikings of St. Lawrence and the Condors of Curie High School. We're happy to host you here on the Caravan Broadcasting Network. My name is Rocco Lopez, joined alongside my partner, Terrence Doherty. Terry, it has been since 2008 since these teams last faced off. A lot has changed. You know what hasn't changed? Mike Oliver, he has still been the coach of Curie. He is 2-0 against St. Lawrence in his career, looking to extend that to 3-0. Before me and Terry keep talking, we're going to toss it down to the floor to our PA announcer, Shaquille, for today's starting lineups.
Tonight's first match features the 5-seeded St. Lawrence Vikings and the top-seeded Curie Condors. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you're able to, please rise, and gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Now, let's meet the starting lineups for the top 5-seeded St. Lawrence Vikings. First, the 6'6" sophomore guard and forward, number 1, Logan Brown. Next, the 6'3" junior guard, number 3, Reggie Stevens. Next, the 6'2" sophomore guard, number 4, Jeremiah Tony. Next, the 6'1" sophomore point guard, number 5, Noah Coro. And finally, the 6'1" junior small forward, number 23, Marquise People. The assistant coaches are Matt Levine, Dallas Haywood, Mervyn Atkins, Billy Judge, DeClan Maloney, Rashay Russell, and the head coach for the Vikings, Roshan Russell. Now let's meet the starting lineups for the top-seeded Curie Condors. First, the 5'10" senior guard, number 2, Saquon Cummings. Next, the 5'10" senior guard, number 3, Michael Oliver Jr. Next, the 6'1" senior guard, number 4, Justin Oliver. Next, the 6'4" senior forward, number 15, Kendall Holiday. And finally, the 6'1" freshman guard, number 24, Deontay Robinson. The assistant coach is Larry Wallace, and the head coach for the Condors, Michael Oliver Sr.
After meeting these two teams' starters, Terry, I'm excited to see what we have going on tonight. obviously Curie, one of the best teams in the state, against a very gritty St. Lawrence team out of the CCL Blue.
Yeah, I know. I think we're in for a good matchup tonight. I think Curie does have the advantage, and St. Lawrence knows that. I'm going to be excited to see how St. Lawrence decides to respond to that.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Curie's #1 in Illinois and 23rd on Max Preps in the country. Number 23 ranked, obviously very high. As there you see right there, Kendall Holliday getting the scoring started off hot. But Terry, yeah, as I'm saying, St. Lawrence, number 50 in the state, and they just barely edged out Mount Carmel last round by 4 points. Excited to see what they can do this game against one of the best teams in the state and one of the best teams in the public league, the Curie Condors.
Curie decided to do a full court press there, 10-second violation on St. Lawrence, so Curie will get the ball. I mean, yeah, and that first possession right away, bang, boom, St. Lawrence just did not do a very good job of staying on their man.
Yeah, and something else. The Chicago Catholic League plays defense like no one has ever seen before. It's a very physical form of defense, something you don't really get in the public league. Curie only had one game against a Chicago Catholic League opponent, and that was St. Ignatius, where they only won that game 42-40 off a late Justin Oliver shot. I'm excited to see how St. Lawrence can do in this game against Curie's high-pace offense. That's Oliver moving it low. Oliver puts it up. That was blocked by number 4, Jeremiah Toney of the Vikings.
Yeah, no, solid help defense there on the baseline for the Vikings.
Inbound to Hurley. Hurley looking for someone. He finds Cummings. Saquon Cummings for the Condors. I apologize. Kicks it out. That's Oliver. Oliver from 3. No good. Vikings got the rebound right off of the tip. Good bounce there for St. Lawrence. Noah Cora pump fakes it, goes in for a floater. Airballs it.
Not a bad shot there by Noah Cora.
No, not at all.
He's got to convert on those open opportunities.
Terry, we got a nice little crowd forming in here. Nice little crowd forming at Mount Carmel Student Athletic Center. Noah Cora for the Vikings. Cora leads this offense. Blocked by Oliver! Wow! Justin Oliver just goes up and gets it. Oh, and then the lob was just so close there from Cummings to Holliday. Wow, if they would have finished it, what a sequence that would have been, Terry.
That would have been something.
Inbounding are the Vikings. And I don't know what's going on here, Terry. Coach Oliver not too happy about something. I don't know what that was, Terry.
Yeah, maybe a warning, coach's warning. It would be my guess to Coach Oliver.
Yeah, and as we're talking about Coach Mike Oliver, he's been at Curie since 1995. 31 years leading this program. His all-time record, 606 and 177. He has one state championship back in 2019, and they took 3rd in 2019. The state championship was in 2016. 2 NBA players have played under him. Alfonso McKinstry of the Bulls, who was last active in 2022, and Cliff Alexander, who was on the Portland Trailblazers, last played in 2016. Coach Oliver also in the Chicago High School Basketball and Illinois High School Basketball Hall of Fames. Very decorated coach in Michael Oliver Sr.
Foul on Noah Cora there.
That'll be the first for the Vikings. And Terry, a point hasn't been scored in about a minute and a half by either team.
Very physical game so far.
Very.
A lot of mistakes by St. Lawrence. Noah Cora had 2 opportunities where he could score there. One of those opportunities was one-on-one. You've got to convert those if you want to keep the lead of this game.
That's Cummings for the Condors. Cummings looks around, kicks it out to Oliver. Justin Oliver, very touted as one of the most underrated players in Illinois in this class of 2026. Not many offers here. He's only listed at 6'1". As Oliver floats one, no good. 2-point shot from the free throw line, no good for Justin Oliver. And here comes Noah Cora on the attack for the Vikings. Cora bounces it around to number 3, Reggie Stevens. Stevens goes up, no good. Rebound by the Vikings, foul called on, I believe, Marquise Peoples. Foul on Marquise Peoples. His first, team second. Terry, that was a guy against Mount Carmel. Marquise Peoples came alive. He had 22 points against the Caravan. Kind of the reason St. Lawrence was able to go over that hill and take down the Caravan. Condors move it. That's Cummings. Cummings to Oliver Jr. Oliver drives in. No good off the side of the rim. Still no points for the Vikings, and here comes Reggie Stevens, and Stevens gets the scoring started for St. Lawrence. Curie, high-paced, fast offense. They don't want to give, they're very well-conditioned. They don't want to give St. Lawrence a chance to breathe in this game. Cummings goes in, floats it back, no good. Jacob Johnson, foul called on him. Shooting foul going to be his first, team's third.
You know, something that I'm noticing with the Vikings right now is their offensive scheme is pretty much get the ball in transition and go get a layup. And, I mean, score's tied right now, but against a good team like Curie, I don't know how that's going to work. I'd like to see what St. Lawrence offensive sets are going to look like.
Yeah. At the line is number 15, Kendall Holliday, 6'4" senior forward. Holliday's first is good. Puts St. Lawrence on, or puts Curie on top, 3-2. His second. No good. Rebound grabbed by Peoples. Peoples to Coro. Coro sets up the offense. Nice crowd forming in here. Getting crowded by the minute. I still see some, I believe those are St. Lawrence students trying to get in here. Let's see if that'll help them anyway in this game. Stevens sets his offense, gives it to Tony. Tony to Coro. Coro back to Tony. To Johnson in the corner. Johnson no go. That Noah Coro wide open three-pointer. No good. Jacob Johnson on the rebound, uncontested completely, but misses the layup. And another foul called on Johnson.
You know, something that I'm noticing earlier is Noah Cora has seemed to be their guy all year scoring points, and right now he is not doing a very good job. He's missed a floater, a layup, and now a three-pointer. Now, 4 minutes only into the game, but this is not a good start for someone who is your star scorer.
Not at all. Jacob Johnson completely came alive against the Caravan last week as well. He hasn't really been a three-point shooter all year. Out of nowhere comes out, bangs 2 threes back-to-back, puts St. Lawrence on top by 4 very, very late in the game. That's Cummings. Cummings to Oliver. Oliver gets a cutter, and Holliday doesn't choose to use it. Kendall Holliday wants this ball right now.
Yeah, Kendall Holliday, you can see working very hard down low, trying to get the ball to the low post.
Oliver tipped out. Good save, almost saved by the Vikings. On the ground was number 1, Logan Brown. Terry, it's been since December 21st, almost or over 2 months since the Condors have lost. Last time they lost was a pretty big loss, though. They lost 74-41 in the Pontiac Holiday Tournament to number 1 ranked Bennett Academy. But they're 10-0 in their last game. They're 27-1. They're on a roll, and nothing can stop them except the St. Lawrence Vikings right now. Curie moving it up high. That's Oliver. Oliver looking for a call from his coach. He's guarded by Peoples. Oliver still choosing to make something happen. 2-pointer, no good. Ball tipped out, and that was Kendall Holliday. Takes a hard fall. Looks to be in a little bit of pain, but hope he's okay down there. Never good to see a guy like that go down.
Yeah, Coach Oliver not happy. He wanted a foul called there.
Not at all. Only 5 points scored in 5 minutes, Terry. If this is shaping up to be anything, it's shaping up to be an offensive battle. St. Lawrence has had way more shots than Curie has. I can count about 4 missed shots as Kendall Holliday gets a pass there from Oliver Jr.
Yeah, St. Lawrence is getting the looks that they want. They're getting the open baskets. They're just not converting.
Yeah.
And if you keep doing that, you're not going to have much of an offensive game for the rest of the remainder time that we have in this game.
Noah Coro missed a wide open 3 as Peoples turns it over to Oliver. Oliver goes in for a lay. It's good. And the Condors lead 7-2.
I mean, Curie's no joke. They're ranked nationally for a reason. They're the best in the state for a reason.
Yeah.
You got to be really smart. Timeout by St. Lawrence here.
Yeah, smart timeout there called by Coach Russell. And when we come back, fans, don't go anywhere because the score, Curie 7, St. Lawrence 2. We have all the action when we're back. Back here from the break, it's the Vikings ball. That's Coro. Coro over to Stevens. Stevens to Peoples. Peoples goes in, makes a spin move, chooses to go into the left-handed lay. Peoples' lay is good.
Very nice move by Peoples right there. I mean, he got where he wanted, got his footwork done. Very nice move, way to convert there.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what St. Lawrence needs to get into this game.
He's a fantastic player, Marquise Peoples. Been watching him since he was a freshman at Laurence, playing up on JV. He's fantastic, and I'm excited to see what he can do next year in the senior season as Kendall Holliday goes in for a very good lay.
Kendall Holliday right now is dominating the low post for Curie right now. St. Lawrence has to find a way to stop him.
They got to find a way to do something. Curie also doing a very good job of locking up St. Lawrence's best player in Marquise Peoples. Not letting him do much with the ball today. He has 2 points, 2 of the 4 points. Usually by now he'd have at least 3 or 4. Good move there by Stevens. Kicks it out to Brown. Brown's three-pointer no good. Rebound grab by Peoples. Peoples goes up, blocked, and fouled.
Peoples right now is being that big dominant force down low that you don't normally see in high school basketball. He's getting the rebounds that you need. He's going up, making the plays that people don't want to play. He needs to do the same thing on defense that he's been doing on offense these past couple of possessions.
That foul called on number 23, Joshua Hurley, 6'4", senior forward.
Coach Oliver already is ridiculing the refs. He's been talking about every single call.
Coach Oliver, from watching him, he's a very vocal guy, likes to have his voice heard. As Peoples drains both of his, he's got 4 of the Vikings 6 points tonight. And our clock's gonna wind down almost under a minute here. It's a tight game here at Mount Carmel. This is exactly what you expect sectional basketball to be. Layup no good from Holliday, but another foul called on the Vikings. Or on the Condors, I apologize. Foul called on number 15, Kendall Holliday, his first team second. St. Lawrence with 4, Curie with 2 fouls this game. Peoples, 52 seconds now. St. Lawrence forming a nice little student section below the basket. Stolen by the
stripped.
Yeah, stolen by the Condors. Number 2, Cummings. Cummings kicks it out to Oliver. Ref almost gets in the way. Oh, and what a lay that would have been. Wow.
That seems to be Curie's bread and butter right now. They like throwing lobs. Even if they can't dunk it, they're still going to get a layup out of it. That's something that Curie's offense seems to be constantly doing.
Terry, Coach Oliver is in shock that his team was just awarded that basketball. I was in shock, too, that his team was just awarded that basketball.
Yes.
Wow.
We see things differently up here.
Stolen by Oliver. Justin Oliver reads it perfectly and puts it down. Justin Oliver with the slam. Peoples gets it quickly. Vikings trying to make something happen before the break. Peoples quadruple teamed and gets right through it. 10 seconds to go for the Condors. They got to get down court fast. Clock winds down 6, 5, 4. That's Cummings. Cummings going to dribble it out now. 2-second layup, 2-second floater shot is good! Wow!
Unbelievable last minute for the Vikings and the Condors.
And
Marquise Peoples is keeping the St. Lawrence Vikings alive. He's doing a great job getting down court, getting in the post, and dominating down there.
And the gym is live in this game. Fans, don't go anywhere yet. Get your popcorn because this one is getting good. The Condors lead the Vikings 8-13. And when we come back, it's the second quarter of play here in the IHSA Class 4A sectional semifinal. Back here with a quick little update. First quarter stat leaders. Kendall Holliday leads all scorers with 8 points. Marquise Peoples leads the Vikings with 6.
And something also to note, the St. Lawrence Vikings have 6 total turnovers in the first quarter.
That's not good, Terry. That's not good. Peoples goes in, spin moves, up through 4 people. Marquise Peoples is just getting quadruple teamed at the basket. His teammates are staying wide open as a foul is assessed on waiting to see who this one's on. Foul is on number 3, Reggie Stevens.
Keith Collins is at the lines. Now he is Curie's biggest forward.
Wow, Terry.
He's 6'8", 195. Huge. Keith Collins makes his first free throw. Score is now 14-8. The Condors lead.
Keith Collins, no fear from this shirtless St. Lawrence student section. They're forming a nice little crowd back there. Collins' second goes in. Wow, just barely.
Toilet bowl.
Keith Collins puts the Condors up by 7 here.
I'm really excited to see how they use Keith Collins on offense. He's bigger than the entire St. Lawrence lineup.
Yeah, and Terry, looking down here, Tobias Banks is just completely face guarding Marquise Peoples. Every time they're going to face guard him, he's got to realize that he's got to find a way to get around that. Coach Ross has to set some screen plays to get him the ball, because if he doesn't have the ball a lot in this game, St. Lawrence will not win.
Coach Collins is smart, or not Coach Collins, sorry, Coach Oliver is smart. He knows that Marquise Peoples is St. Lawrence's best player, so he's going to put his best defender on him to try and stop him.
Oh, yeah.
Sean Rice, a junior forward for St. Lawrence, checks into the game. Logan Brown, the sophomore, will take a seat. Foul on the ground.
That foul is going to be assessed. Foul assessed to Peoples.
That's his second of the game.
Peoples is a guy you don't want to get in foul trouble. Against the Caravan, he had 4 fouls going into the fourth quarter. Couldn't foul at all in the fourth quarter. If a guy like that goes out, that's all. That's all for your season, Terry. Condors moving it low. Shot from Banks, no good. That's Stevens. Stevens goes in for a lay. No good. And there's another missed shot here. We haven't been counting these yet, but I think that we should.
Yeah, St. Lawrence has had a lot of opportunities, a lot of shots, good shots too, that they just haven't been able to
Way
convert.
too many. And what a pass from Oliver to Oliver Jr., and he connects. Puts the Condors up by 10. Justin Oliver Jr. to Michael Oliver. What a play. And another, Terry, another missed layup.
They're getting the shots they want. They're not getting the foul called, so they got to realize it's going to be a more physical game. You got to be more physical going into the basket.
Oliver to Oliver Jr. Chewing a little bit of clock here. Justin Oliver to Jaden Sidney. Sidney's three-pointer no-go. Ball bounces out off of the hands of Tobias Banks. Vikings basketball.
You know, something I want to point out, Rock, St. Lawrence is led by head coach Roshan Russell. Russell is his third season. He was previously at St. Rita, but he has always found a way to find good talent and make a really good team. But for whatever reason in the playoffs, he hasn't found much success.
Never capitalized on it. And something else I want to mention, he doesn't have the best record in Mount Carmel. What a three-pointer there from Noah Coro. You know, Terry, he obviously won. He won last year. That was his second ever win in this gym as the coach of either the St. Lawrence Vikings or the St. Rita Mustangs. Terry, back our freshman year, 2022, when they had that, I'm going to say super team, because they had an absolute.
They had 5 guys that had 3 or more stars.
Their starting 5 was Division I players.
Yes.
You know, a name I want to mention, Morez Johnson Jr. at Michigan
balling
now.
Out right now. Balling
completely
out
balling out. Ball stolen by Tony. Tony goes in, Euro steps, lays it in, and the Vikings are back within 5 points.
Really good move by Jeremiah Tony there. He converted, and that's what the St. Lawrence Vikings need to keep in this game.
Yeah,
they need to convert on the shots that they get.
Terry, I couldn't even finish talking before Curie already had the basketball down at the other end of the floor. They're completely wearing St. Lawrence out. You can see it by the amount of subs that St. Lawrence is making. In for the Vikings is Sean Rice, a 6'4" junior forward who's a fantastic football player. Rice, and one for Tobias Banks.
Tobias Banks went up strong and he finished, and that's what you need to do.
Completely. I mean, just what a play there by St. Lawrence. But Terry, back to talking about Coach Russell and that fantastic team. That team didn't win their sectional. That team didn't make it past the current round that we're playing in right now. They had that fantastic team, and obviously the Caravan beat the Vikings last year as the ball just rims out. But the Caravan beat the Vikings last year in the sectional championship over at Glenbard South as Peoples goes in, blocked layup, no jump ball, wow, jump ball, possession.
The St. Lawrence coaching staff is very unhappy with that call, very unhappy.
St. Lawrence students don't like that one either.
You know, Keith Collins and Kendall Holliday are both in the game, both guys that dominate down low. I'm really excited to see what offense Curie's going to get going.
Completely three-point shot from the corner is Oliver Jr. Michael Oliver Jr. gives the Condors a 10-point lead. Coro quickly, good moves there. Crisscrosses through his legs under half the time. Good foul taken there. Noah Coro just sold that foul very well. Ball awarded to the Vikings. That foul was assessed to Saquon Cummings, his first, team's second. Terry, St. Lawrence in foul trouble here in this quarter. Noah Coro, three-pointer was good. No good. Wasn't good either way. I don't know what I was watching down there, Terry.
Yeah, I think it was a block down low or something like that, or a moving screen.
Yeah, but it was an offensive foul assessed to Sean Rice. His second. Sean Rice came in the game, 2 fouls, 0 points. That puts Curie in the bonus.
We had 10 total fouls last quarter, and now we have 6 right now. A lot of fouls going around.
That's Curie's 5th. That's St. Lawrence's 5th. That's not something you want down by 10 here in the early stages of the game. There is a lot of time left, but free throws are free throws for a reason, Terry. They're free to make.
It's never good playing catch-up in the fourth quarter.
Never. That's Cummings.
Coach Oliver taking his time on his offense setup.
No good. Vikings grab it in transition. Ball tipped out there by Saquon Cummings. ball for St. Lawrence. In comes Jacob Johnson. Out goes Sean Rice. And if I'm Coach Russell, I'm not happy with Sean Rice right now.
No. Coach Oliver, something you'll notice right away is he's very up, he's very active. He's almost on the floor.
He doesn't even have a chair. He doesn't have a chair.
Down.
He doesn't have a chair on
He's
on
into this
Cury's
game.
bench.
He's an intense guy.
Yeah, completely. Peoples. Timeout. Oh, 5-second violation. Wow. 5-second violation assessed to Marquise Peoples.
That's another turnover for St. Lawrence. I believe they're up to 8 total turnovers on the game.
8 total turnovers, at least 6 missed shots in general.
Yeah. I like that, though. Marquise Peoples bringing up the ball. It allows him to work a little bit with his dribble moves to maybe get down low.
I do like that. And I want to see them use, they brought in Jacob Johnson to guard Keith Collins. I want to see what Johnson can do on Collins in the offensive zone. Good screen there from the Vikings. Leaves Cummings open to drive in. Cummings puts it up off the top of the backboard. No good. Ball tipped out off of, wow, I thought that was Jacob Johnson, but it doesn't. Ball tips off of Keith Collins. Vikings basketball. Look at this defense by Curie. They're running a full court press.
Yeah. And like I said, Marquise Peoples bringing up the ball. I like that out of St. Lawrence.
Yeah, gets over.
It's a good way to get one of your best scorers and best players right now moving with the ball.
Gets over the line. Coro goes in looking for something. Coro 2-point floater. It's good. St. Lawrence's first points in 3 minutes right there, Terry.
Noah Coro now has 5 points in the second quarter, which is a good sign for St. Lawrence that one of their better players is starting to get into his rhythm.
That's what you got to see. There's Oliver. Oliver floats it. What a play there by Keith Collins.
Keith Collins, 6'8", I mean, right?
Massive. Absolutely massive. Just went right up over Jacob Johnson. Ball stolen by Cummings. Again, 9th turnover for the Vikings. Oh, Jacob Johnson almost got that block. In St. Lawrence just.
10th turnover for St. Lawrence. St. Lawrence has just been throwing the ball away completely. And cannot do that. This is not sustainable. Having 10 turnovers in 2 quarters is not something you want to do.
Not at all. Coach Russell trying to just calm him, say, hey, guys, chill out. Lots of time left. Nothing to be freaking out about right now. Curie now has their biggest lead of the game. Out goes Johnson. In comes Sean Rice. Again, Sean Rice already with 2 fouls in this game, so.
Yeah, 10 total turnovers for St. Lawrence is not something that they want to be doing right now.
Yeah, and the camera's going to pan over here in a second, but you can see Jacob Johnson just sitting on the floor. He's not too happy right now with the way he's playing, with the way his team is playing. Hopefully that just kind of awakens something in him. Be like, hey, if it's up to anyone, if it's going to be up to me this game, we're going to win this game because of me. I'm going to be that guy. Oliver fakes the 3-pointer, goes in. Oliver goes to the rim, no good. Blocked, what a block there. That was number 3, Reggie Stevens. Stevens just blocks it, and St. Lawrence is trying to play Curie's style of offense right now. They're playing quick and they're playing high pace. Foul assessed on number 3, Michael Oliver Jr., his first team second. To the line for the Vikings is going to be number 4, Jeremiah Toney. Oh, didn't have enough arc on that shot right there.
Keith Collins will take a seat.
In comes Joshua Hurley, 6'4", senior forward, or 6'4", freshman forward. No, 6'4", senior forward. Terry, I'm reading it wrong. Cummings crosses over. Looking to work.
Minute 10 left in the quarter.
Oliver pump fakes, gives it low. That's Holiday. Holiday's no good. No shot. Foul assessed to St. Lawrence. Going to be on number 23.
Kendall Holiday, that is his spot. He's working the post all night long. And that is Marquise Peoples' 3rd foul.
It's not good, Terry. That's the opposite of good. Coach Russell's going to have to sit Marquise Peoples for the rest of this quarter until the next,
potentially into the next half
especially in the next half.
The Vikings are going to have a real tough time coming back from this.
Yeah. It's not impossible, Terry, just a little bit challenging. Shooting 2, Kendall Holiday. Holiday, first one, good. Just completely unfazed by the masked and shirtless St. Lawrence Vikings. St. Lawrence students trying whatever they can. Holiday's second is good, just completely unfazed. Gives the Condors their biggest lead. 14-point lead for Curie.
Yeah, Kendall Holiday has been a really solid player for Curie. I believe he has 10 or 12 points about now.
Yeah. Curie also playing very physical defense here. Coach Oliver, I mean, just completely on the court. Vikings dive on it. Coach Oliver trying to figure out if he called a timeout.
You know something I love
Jump
about
ball.
Coach Oliver is he's going to argue every single ball.
Every single time he
But
can.
you know what? I like it. You know,
I like it
he's
too,
sticking
Terry.
up for his team. I like it. You know, I think he's doing a great job.
Possession is the Vikings.
40 seconds left.
Possession for the Vikings. Coro moving it around. Coro looks for someone, finds Sean Rice in the paint. Sean Rice gets his first 2 of the game.
Yeah, I mean, no communication on defense there. Backside was wide open. Great play drawn up by St. Lawrence.
It's completely wide open. St. Lawrence gonna try to get the ball back here. Curie gonna try to dribble it out. Get a last-second shot attempt and go into the locker room with either their 14 or 15-point lead. Clock winds down under 10, 7, 6, 5. Oliver goes in for the pass. No good. Sean Rice gonna chuck it up to the half court. Just a little bit short. Terry, what a change that was in pace. St. Lawrence only 9 points. St. Lawrence only 9 points that quarter. Looking to come back from this 12-point deficit. What do you think they can do here, Terry?
You know, I think, right, it goes back to our points in the first quarter, right? They were missing a lot of shots they should have made. There was just a couple of things, and the turnovers, man. The turnovers were just constantly killing them.
11.
They cannot be giving the ball away if they want to succeed against a very well coached and playing Curie Condors right now. So we're going to go into the half right now. We'll see you guys in 9 minutes.
9 minutes, 37 seconds. Till we're back. We return. Don't go anywhere. All the action coming up soon. Back out of halftime. Welcome back to Mount Carmel here. We're live. Me and Terry, we're back right here. Score, Curie 29, St. Lawrence 17. Terry's got some stuff to talk about for this first half.
Just to cover the basics right now, something that I've noticed in this game, there is 17 total turnovers in this game right now. Now, for Curie, not so bad. For St. Lawrence, they own 11 of those turnovers. That is something that's been killing them on the offensive end and the defensive end. You cannot sustain playing a basketball game and trying to score points with 11 turnovers. That's utterly unbelievable. Another thing, Marquise People, St. Lawrence is one of St. Lawrence's better players, has 3 fouls right now, and there's still 2 quarters left to play. Something to notice on the Curie side of offense is Kendall Holliday has been playing really good, really physical for Curie. He's their leading scorer.
Yeah, Terry. Lots of missed shots here, not from Curie more so, but from St. Lawrence. Lots of missed shots. Fans, we're going to keep talking, but take you down to the floor real quick where it's going to be Curie's basketball. Lots of missed shots here. That's killing both of these teams in this game. Good deflection there quickly by Jeremiah Toney.
Yeah, no, something like you were just saying, a lot of shots from St. Lawrence. They just haven't been able to convert yet, and that's something that they need to do if they want to get back in this game.
Completely. Terry, last time these two teams met, February 28th, 2008, Curie ultimately won that game by a score of 67-51 and went on to lose in this round of the playoffs right here. Missed shot from the Condors. Rebound grabbed by Johnson. Johnson over to Stevens. Stevens quickly down the court. Goes in, traveling.
You know, something that Stevens needed to see there was Cora was wide open in the corner for an open 3. And Cora's been playing better ever since the second quarter.
Cummings for the Condors. Terry, Curie ultimately this year went on to win the the Chicago Public League Championship, defeating Lincoln Park by a score of 59-50. That is Coach Oliver's 4th all-time Public League Championship. Tough basket there by Kendall Holliday as well. Wow.
Kendall Holliday just loves that low post. He's getting after it down there. That's where he scored all of his points tonight.
Yeah.
Reggie Stevens with the mid-range.
2-point shot there from Stevens cuts the lead back to 12. Terry, well, we just talked about some of Curie's good wins. Let's talk about some of St. Lawrence's pretty rough losses. St. Lawrence lost to DePaul by 25 earlier in the season. Lost to Peoria Richwoods by 20. And then Brother Rice took them down by 17 in this game. Or in a game. That was a conference game, but Brother Rice beat them. They beat Brother Rice in the Hinsdale Central Classic Championship, I believe.
And something else to note here is the common opponent between St. Lawrence and Curie is St. Ignatius, where St. Lawrence lost 63-51 and Curie beat them 42-40.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier in this game. They beat St. Ignatius off of that late 2-point shot attempt from from Justin Oliver, I apologize. That's Coro to Johnson. Johnson's pass stolen. Kendall Holliday slips. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Kendall Holliday says the floor is wet.
Joe.
But I thought Kendall Holliday just might have lost an ACL for a second there.
I was scared there for
Wow.
a second, too.
I was very worried right there.
Well, while we're waiting for a towel, Rocco, just an observation. Michael Oliver Jr. and then Justin Oliver are both brothers on this team. Do you think when they're on the court together that plays some type of chemistry and some type of success into Curie's overall record and overall season that they're having this year?
Especially having their dad as coach.
Right? I mean, you got a family on all the same team. I think that might create a little bit more chemistry than you would on your average team.
But that still was called a travel.
Yes.
As well. I didn't know if that would be called a travel or if they'd give him some type of do-over.
The court conditions doesn't dictate.
Johnson from 3. It's good. Jacob Johnson been shooting his heart out in these playoffs.
St. Lawrence showing a little bit of light right now. Let's hope they can play solid defense and keep this offensive momentum going.
Just a little bit of light here from St. Lawrence.
Kendall Holliday yet again in that low post. That's where he wants the ball, and he gets after it down there.
And here comes St. Laurence pretty quickly. Wow.
St. Lawrence.
They're going to say it stays with St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence student section. Very passionate about this game right now.
They're very passionate about all their sports. Something I've noticed. They have a very good student fan base.
Cora.
Nope. Just floats it in, doesn't go. Peoples on the rebound. Grabbed perfectly.
Marquise Peoples, despite having 3 fouls, is still doing everything he can to help the team out. You love to see that out of a player.
And St. Lawrence just slowly cutting down this lead from 13 down to 9 now. In goes Holiday. Good deflection by the Vikings. Here they come, Noah Coro. No foul called there. All ball. Holiday slams it down. Kendall Holiday. Wow, Terry, here we go. Peoples.
Block called by Kendall.
Oh, wow, I thought Marquise Peoples just took his 4th. He can't be playing risky like that, Terry. That's not good for him at all. But it does, the call does go his way. It's gonna be Holiday's second, team second.
Kendall Holiday has 15 points on the night so far.
3-point shot. Gets it to go! Reggie Stevens! Timeout from the Condors as the lead is now 8 points. Terry, from 13 to 11, back to 13, now down to 8-point lead for the Condors. Coach Oliver getting nervous, wanting to calm his players down. St. Lawrence fired up. Fans, we got a good one brewing on our hands. When we come back, Curie has an 8-point lead. Back here from that half timeout taken by the Condors. Terry, if Curie in this game starts to get, a low amount of point, say they start to lose this lead, they start to lose in the game in general, want to take some timeouts, stop the clock. They only have 3 left to do that with. They've already burned 2 timeouts in this first quarter. Or St. Lawrence, I apologize. St. Lawrence has burned 2 timeouts. Oliver drives in. Good layup there. Johnson almost grabs their rebound. Jacob Johnson. Terry, I want to know his wingspan. Their high school wings. Oh, what a slam by Holiday. Doesn't count, though. But, Terry, Jacob Johnson, those are some lengthy arms. Probably about at least, what do you think? What do you think his wingspan is?
Jacob Johnson is he's a 6-footer. So, I mean,
Oliver doesn't go. Justin Oliver misses the opportunity. Track starting to fill up here. Baseline almost, the bleachers down here almost full, Terry. Good environment. I'm excited to see the environment on Friday for the sectional championship. Justin Oliver goes 1 for 2.
Something that I saw to St. Lawrence right after that timeout, they initiated a full court press. They want to keep the pressure on Curie. Curie has everything to lose. St. Lawrence is the underdog in this matchup. There's no doubt about that.
Nothing to lose.
I like that call by Coach Russell making a full court press. I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good way of catching Curie off guard.
And I don't think that was a good play as Kendall Holiday just puts it down.
Kendall Holiday is.
And there are the Vikings just completely down court before Curie could even bat an eye. No foul called there. All ball, says the ref, Keith Collins. In the corner is Cummings! No. Was that funny, Terry?
That was really funny.
Coro from 3. Knocks it down, Noah Coro!
Every time you think Curie gets a little bit of momentum going, St. Lawrence just comes back and keeps on fighting.
See, Terry, our PA announcer, Shaquille, said that was, oh, no, I apologize. The score was 27, not 28. Thought they had it wrong there for a second. Peoples, down court, chooses to go in for the lay on his own, knocks it down. Marquise Peoples with the lay. St. Lawrence, here comes that full court press. Coach Russell's almost on the volleyball court. Terry, he's vocal right now. He's getting ready. Students are getting ready. Bench is hype.
You got to contain Kendall Holliday on Curie if you want to see some success.
Johnson, no foul called there. Oliver on the ground.
Keith Collins with the points.
Peoples again blocked by Keith Collins. And here's Oliver. Justin Oliver finishes it off.
This place is exploding in a technical.
And a technical foul is assessed to Coach Russell.
This place is getting rowdy, folks.
Wow.
We have a good one tonight.
Wow, technical foul
Unbelievable.
assessed to Coach Roshan Russell. And this place is going nuts, Terry.
This is unbelievable. The St. Lawrence student section is absolutely loving it.
And wow. Terry, I couldn't hear what was said, but I think Coach Oliver was not too happy with that here.
No, he was definitely not. You can see that. And you, of course, can see Coach Mike Oliver talking to the refs yet again.
Full timeout is going to be assessed to Curie while the refs are going to figure out what's happening here. We're going to figure out what's going on up here in the booth too, Terry.
I think what's going to happen is a lot of players stood up and a lot of players came onto the court, and I think that's what the refs are talking about, right? Because there was a lot of things that they could have called a tactical foul on. So I think they're going to talk it over, talk with the crew, talk amongst each other, see what each other saw. We have 2:57 left in this third quarter.
All right, Terry, we just found it out from our statistician, Jeremy. Technical foul assessed to both teams. They're going to count the basket, but no free throws. Technical foul on both teams, count the basket, no free throws.
And then possession will go to whoever has possession.
Yes.
Whoever has the possession arrow.
And the possession is going to be towards St. Lawrence.
And then the Condors will get the next possession.
Yes. Something's loose on the floor. I see the ref toying around with it down there.
It's the volleyball holders.
It is the volleyball. It's the net holder.
Only a 10-point lead for the Curie Condors.
Yeah,
St. Lawrence continues to fight and find a way to get themselves back in this game. They've been limiting their turnovers. Their problem right now is that Kendall Holliday is absolutely dominating them down low.
Completely.
You have to find a way to stop Holliday, otherwise you're
How
not
many
going to find
points
a
do you
way
have in
to
this
get
game, Terry?
Holliday right now, I believe, has 15 or 17 points.
I mean, yeah. That's just. All right, now that the confusion is found out there down on the court, technical foul is assessed to Coach Roshan Russell of St. Lawrence. Technical foul assessed to Coach Michael Oliver of Curie. Basket counts on the floor, possession, St. Lawrence. Pretty confusing there.
Yeah, I mean, it was an intense moment. Marquise Peoples taking up the ball. I like that out of St. Lawrence.
Yeah, Coro swings it low. That's Tony. Tony goes in for his own layup. Fouled hard is Jeremiah Tony. He's going to go to the line for two. I believe that foul is going to be assessed on number 34, Keith Collins. I believe that's his second, team's also team second. Or team's fourth, I apologize. And it's going to be Keith Collins is first. To the line is Jeremiah Tony shooting two.
Connects the first one. Jeremiah Tony cuts the lead down to 9.
Tony's second. Knocks them both down. Lead is 8 points. Lowest this lead, or the least, the biggest, or the. Terry, what am I trying to say here?
This is the shortest lead that Curie
This
has
is the
had.
shortest lead that Curie has had. There we go. But they put it right back up to 10. Technical
That's
foul.
That's going to be a technical foul.
Technical foul. Oh, no. Not a technical foul.
Delay of
I believe it's a delay of game foul.
On Tobias Banks.
But I don't know if that's assessed to him as a foul.
I don't know the ruling on that one either.
I don't either, Terry.
Cora working, pressured.
Where's our Mount Carmel rules expert when we need him? I don't think we have the budget for that. Good floater there. Cuts
Jeremiah
the lead.
Toney. Jeremiah Toney on a nice 4-point run this last minute. Curie taking their time. Justin Oliver has the ball. Drives down the lane, throws it up for Holiday, misses completely. Ball's on the ground.
Timeout called by
Timeout
Coach
St.
Oliver.
Lawrence.
Or,
I believe that was a timeout for St. Lawrence.
yeah, timeout St. Lawrence. Coach Oliver again, letting his players hear it this time.
Letting
though.
his son, Justin Oliver, know.
Full timeout is assessed.
You know, that's something Curie keeps going back to. They keep going back to the Justin Oliver to Kendall Holiday lob, but it's not a lob where you're going to dunk it. It's a lob where you get a layup out of it. It's been something that they've been doing consistently this entire game. And at that point, once he's already in the air, the St. Lawrence Vikings can't do anything about that.
Yeah, Terry said it perfectly. Took the words right out of my mouth. Fans, when we come back, the score, Curie 44, St. Lawrence 36. We got a good one here at Mount Carmel. Stay tuned for the rest of the third quarter. For those of you just joining us here on the Caravan Broadcast Network, thank you for welcoming us into your home. We're happy to welcome you into ours. The score here, Curie 44, St. Lawrence 36. Winner of this game goes on to play the winner of the Simeon versus St. Ignatius game, which is going to take place at Mount Carmel, 7 p.m. tomorrow. We'll have that one live for you all as well as a sectional final taking place on Friday at 7 p.m. as well here at Mount Carmel. Mount Carmel usually tends to host the regional final. The regionals.
Foul called on Curie.
Yeah, Terry, you know, as I was saying, Mount Carmel tends to host the regional finals, and it's usually a school in the suburbs who is hosting these 3A sectionals. It's usually 3A. This year, since the Caravan moved to 4A, they put the bid in because all of these teams that are in the bracket are pretty much close. You know, St. Lawrence over there on 71st and Central, I believe. Curie. Burbank, yeah. Curie on 49th and Archer. Who am I missing, Terry? St. Ignatius,
up north.
Roosevelt, pretty close to me up there on Roosevelt.
Yep.
And then Simeon down on Vincennes.
Yep.
All these teams close to each other. I remember 2 years ago.
Marquise Peoples knocks down 2 free throws. He's been playing extraordinary tonight. Considering how much foul trouble he's in and still contributing to the team is extraordinary to see. Says a lot about him as a player.
That cuts the lead to 6. I remember a couple years ago, Terry, Mount Carmel had to play Hyde Park, who was literally
Right down
2 blocks away.
Right down the street.
They had to play them at Glenbard South. And here comes Stevens. Stevens tipped out. Coro gets the rebound, knocks it down. The lead is now 4. And here comes the St. Lawrence Vikings storming back in this one. There goes Oliver. Oliver, 55 to work with.
You know, I'd almost like to see Curie just tie him off here and just take a last-second shot, pass the ball around, take a three-pointer and see what shakes.
For sure. Oh, no.
I think it was a timeout called by Coach Mike Oliver.
Yeah, it was. Wow.
Before the foul on Cora. That was very close.
I thought there was a foul called. No foul called. 30-second timeout taken. And here, it's a 4-point lead. It was 13 when we started this quarter. It is now 4. St. Lawrence kicked the door open, and they're coming back in this one at Mount Carmel. Fans, thank you all for joining us. We'll be back with all the action in about 10 seconds. back out of that Curie timeout. They had to get out of a jam there.
I'm excited to see what Curie drawed up here. I have a feeling they're going to go back to that lob play with Holiday.
For sure. They go far back down there to the end of the volleyball court. That's Cummings. Trips. Ball grabbed by Peoples. Gives it to Coro. It's a 2-point game here.
Unbelievable. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Curry's going to take the last shot here. You can see Oliver's walking up the ball right now. He's going to take a shot here.
17 seconds here. Clock winds down. Under 10. In goes Oliver. Oliver. Peoples.
Double teamed.
Completely double teamed. 3-second shot. It's good. Michael Oliver Jr.
Unbelievable third quarter. The Vikings started down 13, cut the lead down to 5. This has been a roller coaster. 2 technical fouls have been given out.
5-point game.
8
here
minutes left to go in the game.
In the sectional semifinal hosted by Mount Carmel. Thank you all for joining us here on the Caravan Broadcast Network. We'll be right back shortly.
And we are back, folks. Fourth quarter, 5-point lead by Curie. St. Lawrence has found a way to battle back from a 13-point deficit that is stolen by Cummings. Cummings goes up and scores. Now it's a 7-point lead for the Curie Condors. St. Lawrence, though, has battled back from 13-point deficit. This has been an unbelievable game. Air ball by Jacob Johnson for St. Lawrence. Justin Oliver will take the ball up slowly. Welcome back, Rocco.
Thank you, Terry. Terry, I don't know if people can hear us right now. Having a little bit of difficulties.
Uh-oh.
But nothing we can't fix here. Oliver Jr. doesn't get it to go. I apologize. It was Justin Oliver, not Michael Oliver Jr.
Curie's doing the same thing that St. Lawrence has been doing, face guarding them. Full court pressing, applying pressure to St. Lawrence to see how they respond. And Stevens gets leveled going up for a floater.
All right, Terry, the people got us. We don't got the people, though. The people don't have the video. So, fans, we're going to have to do a little radio-style broadcast. Ball hits off of Justin Oliver's leg.
We don't know what's going on up here. We're just radio now, right?
No, but they hear us. That's all I know is they hear us.
All right, well, Marquise Peoples taking up the ball. Tipped out.
Thinking about a second, they're going to see us.
By Justin Oliver.
There we go. Thank you, everyone, for staying with us through that. I don't know what just happened, but Curie has a 7-point lead here off a one quick bucket.
6 minutes, 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Peoples just getting completely face-guided by Oliver, and in goes in, blocked! Wow. What a block there by number 34, Keith Collins.
And Marquise Peoples continues to do every little thing he can do
with
to help the St. Lawrence Vikings win, and they still have and he still has 3 fouls. I mean, Marquise Peoples right now has been showing that he's the best player on St. Lawrence. He's honestly been showing he's one of the best players on the court, but we cannot leave out Kendall Holiday for Curie, who has been doing a lot of things right all night long.
No, you cannot. Okoro, Peoples, and that's his fourth. Marquise Peoples is now one away from exiting this game permanently and probably St. Lawrence's season ending, Terry.
Yeah, Marquise Peoples has been holding this team together along with Noah Cora and Reggie Stevens.
That's Cummings. Cummings looking for a cutter. He finds Oliver Jr. Oliver Jr. gives it to his brother Oliver. That's Cummings now. Cummings into Holiday. Holiday backing it back up to Oliver.
You know, St. Lawrence is doing more of a little bit of a zone right now.
Oliver looking for someone.
You
Chewing
have
off
Noah Cora guarding Keith Collins down low. That's not the matchup you want.
And wow, a miscommunication just leaves Michael Oliver, or Justin Oliver, wide open. And just like that, Curie back up by 10, and Oliver gets a foul. Just a bad miscommunication there from Curie,
Now
or from
Curie
St.
has a
Lawrence.
10-point lead.
Yeah.
This is the stuff. St. Lawrence is having trouble playing catch-up. They got to a five-point deficit, and then they lost, and now they're back to 10. It's very hard to play catch-up in the fourth quarter. You have 6 minutes left remaining. You have to get a lead, or at least cut the lead down to a possession or two if you want to.
And the free throw
And
doesn't
if you want
go.
to stay in this game. And yes, the first free throw for Jeremiah Tony does not go.
That's not good here, Terry.
St. Lawrence choosing not to have any rebounders inside of the arc.
Betting on their guy to make that shot, which he does.
9-point lead for Curie now. St. Lawrence with the full court press.
5 minutes, 47 seconds. There's Cummings. Cummings looking for someone. Cummings going around. Top of the key. Cummings just trying to make something happen. Find one person. There's Kendall Holiday who gets it in. And Curie leads by 11 points.
Kendall Holiday, just an unbelievable performance from him tonight.
Jacob Johnson and Noah Coro. Coro from three. No good, just a little bit short. Wow. That would have been a big three there.
Yeah, St. Lawrence has got to make something happen soon. Otherwise, this game might be too far out of reach for them.
Foul called on Jacob Johnson. Wow.
That's Jacob Johnson's third foul. So guys in foul trouble for St. Lawrence is Marquise Peoples with 4 fouls, and then Jacob Johnson.
Also with 3.
Jacob Johnson with 3. I heard someone swear, so I looked up and tried to figure it out for a minute.
Yeah.
And
Another,
they toss it
yeah.
all the way back.
Another long pass goes to Cummings.
Cummings forced to his left, takes it down the lane, floater, no good.
Almost. Rebound
Holiday.
grabbed by Holiday, smacked by Johnson. Back out to Cummings, perfectly executed by Oliver there. Oliver kind of commanding this offense all day. Oliver gets it, goes to work down low, spin moves around. No good. No foul called there. St. Lawrence unmatched. Noah Coro from 3! No good. Marquise Peoples on the rebound, gets it to go.
Marquise Peoples on the putback. Like I said, I've been saying it all night, Marquise Peoples has been doing whatever is needed to be done to try and help this team win.
Foul called on Jeremiah Tony.
I believe that is his third.
Second.
I mean, only 4 minutes left in this game. St. Lawrence has got to make something happen very, very soon. Otherwise, there's not going to be a whole lot of opportunity for them
Yeah,
to win
trailing
this game.
by 9 here. I'd like to see some double teams right here, Terry. Go to the ball. Good screen there from Collins. Floats it. And just no one on the rebound. Jacob Johnson was there to grab it. Johnson, again, another foul on him. Wow.
Jacob Johnson visibly frustrated at
Very.
his teammates and others. Visibly frustrated, and that's his fourth.
Justin Oliver at the line to shoot 2 for the for the Condors.
You know, these past 2 possessions, St. Lawrence has had trouble getting the rebound, and that has caused Curie to have more offensive possessions. And you can see Jacob Johnson right now yelling at his teammate Aiden Cora, very frustrated with him. That's not something that you want right now in the middle of a tough situation. You got 4 minutes left, and you got to make something happen, and you're down by 10.
Not at all. St. Lawrence is a very deep bench. They haven't been using it much this game.
Jacob Johnson visibly frustrated Aiden Cora.
Yeah. Noah Coro to Jacob Johnson from
Coro.
3. Wow. A lot of air on that shot right there.
I mean, Jacob Johnson is right now being a cancer for the St. Lawrence Vikings.
Yep. Ooh, no travel there. Coro goes down as well, does.
Bodies all over the floor.
And I don't know what's happening here. That was a very confusing sequence right there. Coach Russell trying to pick his guy, Jacob Johnson, up.
Jacob Johnson has been really good all night. He needs to keep his head in the game. You got 3 minutes and 30 seconds to make something happen.
That's all you got.
Try and make something happen.
You know, your season, it's win or go home.
Yeah.
It's
Jacob
win or
Johnson's
go home.
a senior.
Exactly.
And so is Noah Cora, or Noah Cora is a sophomore. But Marquise Peoples, he's a junior.
Yeah, this is a very
It's a younger lineup.
very young roster. I mean, I'm looking here, only no starters who are seniors. Only 4 seniors on the lineup in general. So St. Lawrence going to be very scary next year.
Sounds like us.
Does sound like us. Cummings to Oliver. Oliver hits the ball off his own hand.
All right, St. Lawrence has possession now. They need to make something happen here.
Something needs to happen.
And I like Marquise Peoples. He just came up and he called for the ball right away.
Yeah, that's the leader right there, Terry. That's a leader. Peoples goes in, gets it to go.
He's consistent. Takes it from the top of the key. He drives in, makes something, goes to work, and makes something happen for St. Lawrence.
Timeout called by Coach Russell of the Vikings. It'll be a full timeout. Fans, we'll see you back here in a minute. And don't go anywhere because this is quite a game we got going on here. Coming out of halftime here, or coming out of the timeout here, I apologize. Some big news coming out of the Class 4A Hononegah Sectional. Down goes state runner-up Warren. They lost to Rockford Auburn 84-76. Warren led by Jackson Davis, Chicago Sun-Times, Mr. Basketball. Bad loss there in the first round, and the second round, the first round of sectionals. Full court press from the Vikings.
3 minutes and 10 seconds left.
Yeah,
I mean, St. Lawrence has got to do something. They got to make something happen. Something's got to happen for St. Lawrence this next minute and a half for them to be in a successful position.
And there's
another timeout.
Coach Oliver
you got 3 minutes
taking
left.
a timeout.
Yeah. I mean,
32nd.
Coach Russell has been in this position before. This is a spot he's used to being in. He's never gotten over the hump. Is this the night where he gets over the hump?
He has not.
You know, Coach Russell, I have a lot of respect for him. I think he's a pretty good coach. I mean, I've seen him coach for the past 4 or 5 years now, and I think he's a very good coach, but he hasn't been able to get over that hump. He's got to be able to get over the hump.
Never has. But yeah, Terry, I mean, Warren going down is
unbelievable. They were what, 5 in the state?
They were 5 in the state.
5 in the state,
and that is unbelievable in Class 4A basketball.
Hey, you better.
Warren was one of the favorites to go downstate this year.
They were. Marist and Bennett as well.
Yeah, I think Bennett can. I realistically think Bennett can repeat as two-time champions.
I think that's a possibility.
Very
as well.
good team. They're a very complete team. Curie also has a chance to push down state. Haven't been down there since 2019.
You know, I think Curie's just going to try and waste as much time with this as possible, and St. Lawrence has got to do something. I mean, this is classic, just hold the ball and run away.
Good pickoff there by Jacob Johnson. Johnson was guarding that lob, and he just perfectly read it.
I mean, yeah, Curie's gone to it all night. By now, you're going to recognize it.
Coro, good spin move into a floater.
Going.
7-point lead.
This game is not over, folks.
No, 2 minutes is a lot of time in basketball. That's 3 possessions right there. You get 3 stops. That's all you need. Foul called.
Foul called on.
That's Jeremiah Toney.
I think that's his.
I believe that's his third or fourth.
That's 5 team fouls for St. Lawrence. Now they're shooting every time they foul.
Yeah, in the bonus. I mean, and in the bonus with 2 minutes left.
This is a real tough spot for St. Lawrence right now.
Because you can't foul to get the ball back, because that gives them 2. I mean, they're going to send Justin Oliver, who's automatic pretty much from the line. Puts the Condors back on top by 8. Nope. Peoples grabs it. Peoples, Stevens long 3. Gets it to go! Wow.
5-point deficit now for St. Lawrence.
And that's what you need. That is exactly what St. Lawrence needed in this position.
This puts pressures on Curie. They got to make a play now. They can't just run and hide away from the ball. They got to get a basket here. It makes room for opportunities to make mistakes. St. Lawrence is in a really good spot right now.
Lob thrown, no good.
But a foul called on Marquise Peoples, and that's his 5th. He's out of the game.
Wow.
Marquise Peoples has been the motor and engine of the St. Lawrence offense and defense. Losing him in this critical moment is a huge blow for St. Lawrence.
Wow.
But Marquise Peoples did everything he could today. He played his heart out for St. Lawrence today.
And I mean, Terry.
That is unbelievable. I did not see a foul there.
That is unbelievable.
Considering everything, I mean,
Marquise Peoples, who probably has over 15 points in this game, is out.
The level of physicality that has been playing by Marquise Peoples is unbelievable.
Wow.
It's something that you don't see.
Wow. First free throw. Oh, almost bounces out. And you know,
it's unbelievable. I still can't believe that was a foul on Marquise Peoples right there. I mean, he was unbelievable.
Terry, and you know, right here,
he was unbelievable.
He was very unbelievable. Right here, you know, you gotta rely on a guy like Logan Brown, who started in this game for you.
Yeah, you gotta
rely on a guy, Reggie Stevens, and Noah Coro, especially in this game. You're down
7 points is not unrealistic.
Not at all.
And that's another bucket for St. Lawrence right there.
There goes Jeremiah Toney.
St. Lawrence is still battling.
5-point deficit. Oh, no! Wow. Jeremiah Toney didn't think before he did that. Just dribbled the ball out of bounds. And in comes
Tobias Banks.
Tobias Banks for the Condors. Justin Oliver gets it. Oliver has a minute to work with.
That's going to be a foul.
And there goes, oh no, that's his 4th. That's his 4th.
I mean, you can see he's visibly frustrated every time he makes a mistake. Jacob Johnson, who's a 6'6" senior forward for the St. Lawrence Vikings.
Yeah. Transfer.
That's his 5th
from
foul.
Diet.
And I think he knows by this point it's going to be really tough for the St. Lawrence Vikings to get back out on this.
That's the end. That could be the end of his basketball career right there. Wow. And, I mean, St. Lawrence gives him a well-deserved.
I mean, Jacob Johnson and Marcus Peoples both played very well for the St. Lawrence Vikings.
Yeah, Jacob Johnson transferred from Diet after winning the 2A state title there last year. Came into St. Lawrence with high expectations, touted as one of the best senior bigs in the state. And, you know, just fantastic career from him, if that is really the end.
I mean, there's still a minute left. They're only down by 5 right now, but Curie does have 2 free throws here. They can extend the lead to 7, and at that point, you need 2 3-pointers and a miracle.
Another update from IHSA Class 4A Loyola sectional. DePaul Prep takes down New Trier 56 to 38. DePaul Prep, 3-time champion, three-peat right now, going for 4th.
St. Lawrence has an opportunity to tie the game up. They need 2 3-pointers within the next minute, 10 seconds left. This is still possible. St. Lawrence is not a terrible 3-point shooting team. If they get the ball in the right person's hands, this could be a very close game.
They're playing with 4 of their 5 starters tonight. Right now, and an offensive is called. Wow.
Unbelievable, an offensive foul.
An offensive
called on
foul.
Noah Cora. Unbelievable.
Wow. Wow, offensive foul called. Ball tips out. Off
That's
the
back to
Condors.
Lawrence's ball. Unbelievable. Lawrence lost the ball on a foul call, then they just got it back. I mean, this is unbelievable. St. Lawrence, for whatever reason, has found a way to be in this game the entire game.
Somehow, and now they got 53 seconds to score 6 points.
I mean, they have 14 turnovers, and they're still in this game. They've missed a bunch of open shots, but St. Lawrence, for whatever reason, is still in this game.
This game has been Curie's second biggest challenge of the year.
Yes, absolutely.
St. Lawrence is down but not out. Noah Coro just throws it away.
Tried to do a move there. That's not what you want to see right there by Noah Coro.
Not at all.
I was expecting Noah Coro to take a 3-point shot there, to be honest with you. I thought he's been playing ever since the first quarter. The first quarter for him was a little bit of a fluke, but then after that he started playing really well.
St. Lawrence, full court press in the corner is Oliver. Oliver to Cummings. Cummings.
Yeah, they're just going to hold the ball.
Yeah, just toss it around. Toss it around. Coach Russell wants a foul, wants his guys to foul, and Oliver gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
So now Curie has a chance to extend it to an 8-point lead.
That'll pretty much do it, Terry.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately.
30 seconds remain in the game.
Unfortunately for the St. Lawrence Vikings. Makes his first.
What a run.
Justin Oliver, he's a senior guard. He's had a night so far.
And what a run it has been. What a run it has been for the St. Lawrence Vikings this season. I mean, you know, they were down but not out this whole game, still fighting to come back and, you know, down to the floor. Balls, it's going to be Curie's basketball. Down.
18 and a half seconds
Yeah.
left.
And what a run it's been for St. Lawrence. You know, they survived Mount Carmel in the regional final, took on Lindblom in the regional semifinal, and now falls a little bit short to the number 23 team in the country. But they put up one heck of a fight, Terry.
Yeah, I mean, St. Lawrence has quite honestly shocked me. Not a very strong record, a good record for St. Lawrence, but not a strong record, but they battled out here tonight with the number 23 ranked team in the country. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, and
Hats
the lead
off to these guys.
The lead.
And even now, they're still fighting to try and win.
Still, last second 3 counts. But that's all too little too late from the St. Lawrence Vikings. And congratulations to the Curie Condors, who now move on to play the winner. They'll end it. They now go on to play the winner of the Simeon versus St. Ignatius game, which will be played here at Mount Carmel tomorrow. We're going to bring you up to the track here to finish this one off. Terry, Curie takes this one 64-57 over a very talented St. Lawrence squad, but Curie just showed why they're the dominant team, and they're a force to be reckoned with in this Mount Carmel sectional.
You know, I mean, St. Lawrence, absolutely great game by them. They played their hearts out. I mean, Marquise Peoples and also Jacob Johnson, they both played very well games. Unfortunately, they fouled out, but they tried their hardest, and St. Lawrence honestly put up a good fight against a 23-ranked team in the country. And they're a very young lineup. They have a bright future ahead of them. But congrats to the Curie Condors. They really battled out here as well. They were really battle tested today, and they showed that they're a legit team and they deserve to be here. So it's going to be exciting seeing them play Friday night.
Yeah, Curie will be back here Friday to take on the winner of St. Ignatius versus Simeon. That game's brought to you live by.
I think that game is going to be one of the closest games we've seen all year.
For sure.
I think that's going to be a really good
For
game.
sure.
So everyone tune in tomorrow for the St. Ignatius versus Simeon game.
7 p.m. here on the Caravan Broadcast Network. Myself and Terry will be on that call. And our crew tonight, myself, Terry Authority, Matthew Clark, Jonathan Aiken, Jeremy Harris doing stats, Danny Moody on the camera up here, his brother Marty on the camera downstairs. Our media group is moderated by Miss Ali Menke, who does a fantastic job with us, helping us out with everything. Fans, that's all tonight from Mount Carmel. Terry, look like you got something to say.
I got to do this. Happy birthday to my little brother, Danny Doherty. I know you're watching this at home.
Happy birthday, Danny. 8th grade now, right? 7th grade?
7th grade.
7th grade going into 8th grade. Hope to see
13 years old.
Hope to see Danny here 2 years. 2 years.
2
But
years.
fans, that's all here from Mount Carmel tonight. Curie takes this one 64-57. We will be back with you tomorrow night and as well as Friday night here from Mount Carmel. Thank